Good evening, creatures and creachies, and welcome to the first spooky Stoker stream that we have done since the last one we did. I don't even remember when that was. I know it was before Christmas, though. So, how's everybody been doing? Y'all been behaving yourselves? Y'all been keeping moisturized? You've been getting enough sleep? Have you eaten enough? Your mother and I are concerned that you're getting a little thin. So, tonight's game is, it's one I don't know that much about. It was recommended to me by Ouroboros, which I think is how, it's pronounced. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. It is called The Miskatonic. It is, I think, a visual novel with some Lovecraftian themes, and it's also at least a little bit horny. I have been told that it is safe for Twitch, for the most part, although there may be some sinful boobies towards the end. I will, attempt to censor them for the sake of my innocent Christian audience, when that point comes on. But, yeah. Otherwise, I am going into this completely frickin' blind. I don't know what to expect, but we're gonna experience this together. So, without further ado, let us continue. Well, continue. Let us begin The Miskatonic. Okay, so right now we have this to deal with. This character appears to have what we refer to in technical terms as Great Jelly Condom Syndrome. So, yeah. Apparently, this is Marie Peanut Butter that we're dealing with. Should I give her a French accent? Like a really bad French accent? It's been a while since I've done voices on stream. You know what? I'm also going to just go straight into like I'm gonna make it like a I'm gonna try to do Jacques Cousteau. It's been a while since I've heard Jacques Cousteau. Bonjour, we childrens. My name is Mary Peanut Butter, head of occult science at the Miskatonic University. Ours is the most prestigious institution of dark magic, the occult, and all the strange ghoulies that live in your peripheral vision. I am here today to tell you a story about a little girl that ruined everything. But ruin everything gives you the opportunities to make everything better. Oui, oui. What's that? You ask why I have a giant hand sticking out of my head? Well, that is because I am French. It is a thing we have, so no funny business, oui? You'll learn about the strange things people are afflicted with throughout the story. After this, you'll think my handhead is cute and adorable. As you should. But first, let me describe to you the state of the world prior to the witch girls that ruined everything. Do not fret. You probably know this already, oui? So, you are aware of the giant aliens that we call gods and the cultists that worship them.
No? Oh, then let me tell you. Oh, let me spill the tea. Some worships.
Let me start that sentence over.
Some worship Cthulhu, the giant man-octopus dragon thing. His cults teach eternal patience, waiting for Cthulhu to come back to them so he can destroy the world. Rude. Some worship Yog-Sothoth, the outer-dimensional god of knowledge. These smarty brains try to build portals to let him come here, but that would destroy the world too! Not so smarty. Oh, no, no, no. Most humans, like our witch girl, worship Shub-Niggurath, known as the All-Mother. Even cultists for other gods will pray to Shub-Niggurath at the end of their spells and rituals. That is because Shub-Niggurath is the goddess of humanity. Her cults preach love and compassion among everyone. Very lovely, oui? But, like our witch girl, some can be blinded by their desire for harmony. There are some that would take advantage of the naive notions that all humans are loving and good, not so lovely. Okay, so you know of gods now, eh? So let's talk a small bit about the humans of the world. Some countries have been more affected than others by the strange happenings of the universe. For example, in Canada, they have this little place that thinks it's part of France.
Yetis.
Thousands of them. But the Canadians are well prepared. Yeti invasions are considered a national pastime. Bring the family, we'll shoot some Yetis. This is what us French call an English person. Note the sharp teeth, purple blush, and big ugly face. A couple decades ago, it was discovered that a huge percentage of the English nobility were actually cannibals, breeding humans in underground caves like livestock. Everyone in England went crazy when it was found out, so now they're all cannibals too.
I thought this was supposed to be fictional. That's just historical fact.
Apparently, the Scottish just found it hilarious. This one is also my boyfriend, so no touching his ugly face, we. These little fellas are called Australians.
Oh, that's what Australians look like. Okay.
When the Shoggoths left Antarctica, they came across a big island filled with lovely, delicious humans. But these humans didn't want to be devoured, and even when half dissolved in the Shoggoth bellies, the humans would punch and kick and smash bottles inside them, making the Shoggoths very uncomfortable. So instead of trying to eat them, the Shoggoths formed this cute little symbiotic relationship with the Australians, granting them immortality in exchange for less punching, so the little Shanes and Sheilas can happily booze and barbecue away for all eternity. This is called an American. Note the silly haircut and gigantic bum.
Excuse me. I'm gonna need to see her from behind if we're talking about that. I need to actually have a good view of the bum in question. I mean, I'm sure it's lovely. My imagination is quite good, quite proficient at imagining calipigian delights, but you know what they say about a picture and 1,000 words. Anyway.
Specifically, this is the Americans that our story revolves around. The little witch girls that ruined everything.
I mean, she doesn't look that little. I mean, her Her rack is considerably bigger than yours, Marie Peanut Butter. I'm just saying.
How can you tell she's a witch? Why, there are many clues. Example, the pasty skin, a symptom of spending her days asleep and her nights dancing naked in...
Okay, listen, game. First, you tell me she has a big butt without showing me her big butt. Now you're telling me she dances naked in the rain. And you want me to be just happy doing that in the theater of the mind. Do you know who you're dealing with, game? Do you know whose house you have come to? I invented nudity, okay? Everyone's clothes were stuck on permanently until I signed on to the internet. You're welcome.
The pasty skin, a symptom of spending her days asleep and her nights dancing naked in the rain with a coven to conjure strange hexes. Also, the little black choker thing. It's the closest thing to a uniform they get. Also, she doesn't wash. Are you gonna make me look like...
Oh wait, that's a different character. This is Charlotte Lestrange, whom I'm guessing is going to be our protagonist. Are you gonna make me look like a dumbass in this story? 'Cause it was only like 20% my fault.
Our story begins with a smelly dumbass being briefed on the university's secret protocols after just being hired as a security guard for the occult science building. But on her first assignment, she discovers that all is not as it seems at the prestigious school.
Thanks, nutsack.
Now, Miss Lestrange, you understand that as a security agent, your off-site assignments are to be kept in the strictest confidence, even from other members of faculty and especially other students.
Aha!
You also understand that as a security agent, you'll be in very real danger both from physical harm and mental corruption. You understand that your body is subject to mutation at any point during your employment and residence in Arkham.
Rad?
And finally, you understand that as a University of Occult Science, you are obliged to...
Oh. That was very oddly worded. Okay.
And finally, you understand that as a University of Occult Science, you are obliged to assist us with research regarding your supposed magic eyes, and failure to comply will result in your immediate dismissal.
Sure.
Well then, Miss Lestrange. Welcome to the Miskatonic University.
Awesome! Johnny LaGrasse. My avatar cut off that sentence at ass. Well, you know what? Good. Ah, you must be the new security guard. Charlotte, right? Yep, that's me. Great! I'm Johnny, head of internal security. I'll be giving you a tour of the building you'll be patrolling, then I'll show you to your quarters. Ready to go? Sure! Well, you'll be working here in the occult science building. You're a witch, right? Have you dabbled in any occult science? I mean, isn't that practically the very definition of a witch? Okay, anyway. Well, I'm pretty good at the occult stuff, though mostly I use it for errands and favors for folks. Plus a few hexes, curses, blights, just to keep up that witchy appearance. Blood into jam, bones into sponge cake, cat into mush, phallus into tiny, screaming vestigial face. Normal stuff. Well, we do things a little differently here. This way. Oh. Awesome. This is the Ethereum, where our students can perform experiments on the Necronomicon. The creature acts as a shield to the outside world, keeping any experiments sterile and quarantining any unexpected summons. Hi!
Hello.
We didn't know it could do that. Did you try talking to him? You were gonna provide some much-needed common sense around here, Charlotte. This building also houses the Corporeum, a surgical theater where our students can perform vivisections and autopsies on otherworldly creatures. Ah, speaking of which, this is Eddie, one of our monster hunters. Thanks to him, our Corporeum professors have been able to gather more information on living horrors than at any other time in university history. Oh, it's crazy, Eddie. Also, hey, Legatron. Yeah, I'm back. I don't know how regularly I can do this with my schedule, but, you know, I was able to do it tonight, so frick it. Let's see, he was supposed to be English, right? I think so. Let's see. The trick is to figure out what... No, that is not English. Hang on. I'm stretching my mouth. The noises are extremely necessary.
The trick is to figure out where its face is, and then commence repeated punching. Who's the new girl?
This is Charlotte Lestrange, a witch from the Chessencook Coven. She'll be working security for this building. Hi!
Looking after us, rascals, eh? Well, just give me a clip round the back of the head if you see me slacking off, and I'll get back to work, eh? Big stuff?
I have been known to whip some ass with my big muscles.
There you go. Come round the chop shop. You want to see what me and the lads wrangled up the other day? You witches like nightmares, right?
Sure! Well, the fun ones anyway, like when your teeth fall out and you smooth them off with sandpaper to make a lovely necklace. Or when you're running down a corridor in slow motion with a bunch of hands coming out of the carpet and grabbing your ankles, and you finally stop to ask them what they want, and it turns out your shoelaces were untied and they were just super concerned for your safety. Or when you're at school and you stand up in class but you forgot your pants and you're It's just gonna keep doing this to me, isn't it? It's just gonna keep describing scenarios that I desperately want to see, but it's not going to show them to me. It's just going to tease me all through the whole stream. Or when you're at school and you stand up in class, but you forgot your pants and you're embarrassed, but everyone compliments your butt.
Well, you're a bloody weird one, Charlotte, so you'll fit right in here. Don't let my sister catch wind of you. She won't leave you alone, you telling stories like that.
Ah, and here's our curator of the Corporeum, Miss Marie Peanut Butter. She used to be a void shaman from Paris before coming to work with us. As fun as satisfying the void is, my true passion lies in discovering how things work, oui. At least, when they are dead. Groovy, what's a void shaman? You know those dark thoughts you have sometimes for seemingly no reason, the ones that tell you to jump when at the edge of a cliff, or rob the bank when cashing a paycheck, or drop kick a grandma through a stained glass church window at a funeral. Oh yeah, I get those all the time. Well, those are not your thoughts.
A few hundred years ago, the French aristocracy's way of life was so decadent and whim-filled, their unbridled sauciness only went and summoned a bloody hedonism god. Damn thing lives under the Paris catacombs, communicates telepathically with people all over the world, urging them to give in to their darkest whims. The French get it the worst, of course, so these here shamans take it upon themselves to do the dark deed so the rest of France doesn't have to. Must be a right giggle.
I keep almost drifting into the French accent with him. My last act as a shaman before coming here, I took my My last act as a shaman before coming here, I took my clothes off, covered myself in lemon cake and green food coloring, and terrorized a local village as a delicious swamp monster. I quite enjoyed that one. Shall we press on with the tour? Sure! Bye, you guys! So, not to be rude, but judging from the bandaged up arms and the sick eye scar and the terror lines in your hair, I'm getting the impression that security work here is, you know, a little dangerous. Oh, no, not for you. At least the occult science building is damn it. Oh, no, not for you at least. The occult science building is probably the safest on campus. Oh, and who are you, ma'am? This is Ginny Tennick. 'Cause if something went wrong in this building, we'd all be too dead to notice. Pfft, don't listen to her. She's just a little jealous that the new girl gets the cushy gig while she's stuck in the math department. What happens in the math department? What doesn't happen in the math department? There's nothing so cold, so unforgiving, so dark as the mathematicians. The universe is naught but an equation. They shriek behind their burnt hair and sludge-tainted cardigans. One that can be solved. But how do you solve the equation of a dozen screaming children being ingested by a black swirling chasm of teeth and clawing hands opened at the far end of the classroom by one of their damnable equations? Damn you, young Henry, carrying that damn too! So let's carry on with the tour. Next up is the library. Awesome! Each building hosts a small library dedicated to researching and documenting the subject that the building students are studying. Here, in the Occult Science Building, we keep an original copy of the Necronomicon, as well as translated copies for our foreign exchange students. That's a lot of knowledge. Ah, and here's our librarian. Charlotte, meet Miss Emily Saccharin. Hello, Blue. Hi, I love your mask. I didn't know you guys had a Shoggoth here, and a tame one too. Oh, Emily isn't a Shoggoth. She just had a small accident with the Necronomicon a while ago, ended up like this. But our occult scientists learned an awful lot about what happens with these tomes of black knowledge when you spill your soy, no-whip, ice cream, caramel, macchiato, 2 shots, hazelnut on them. Huh, sure looks like a Shoggoth. Purple, gooey, moderately adorable with a hint of terrifying. Well, that's the Necronomicon for you. It's funny, spilling a non-fat frappuccino with extra whipped cream and chocolate sauce just turns you into a puddle of loose bones and blood. Still, hasn't stopped Emily from performing her duties, eh, Emily? For you, Chew. Shall we press on? Okay, nice to meet you, Emily. Charlotte, this is Lizzie of Dunwich, our Yog-Sothoth consultant. She's taught us quite a lot about the outer dimensions during her time here. Lizzie, Charlotte's the new security witch.
Are you the sort of witch that does the naked in the rain, or the sort of witch that does the lucky charms and the big hats?
I also need to know this information. The rain kind. Charlotte, you cannot keep teasing me like this. Charlotte.
You and me are gonna get along. Yes.
So, like, how come I can't... What are you?
I'm a Lizzie. What are you?
No, I mean, why do you look like a shadow, or like part of my eyeball has stopped working?
It's 'cause humans can't see 'cause they're all afraid of me and my sisters' appearances. Everything else can see me, so why doggies are all tuck tails whenever I go near them.
Lizzie is an example of a mental phenomenon found only in humans, known as cerebral voiding. It's a trick by the brain to preserve the sanity of its carrier. When a person comes across sights too horrible to comprehend, their brain refuses to render it, instead showing a black silhouette in place of the sight itself. Essentially, instead of Lizzie's insanity-inducing true form, your brain is protecting you by showing a shadow instead. But I saw that interviewer, no problem. The guy whose face was just teeth and gums, and the girl with a hand sticking out of her head, and Emily, the librarian. Yep, Lizzie and her Dunwichian sisters are in a league of their own when it comes to horrific appearances. We sent a lot of students to the asylum trying to figure her out. That is awesome!
This.
Here's our head of catering, Mrs. Roth. She can cook anything with 3 or more legs. Yum! Hi!
Oh, look at you witches, all skin and bones. You just let one of my little gremlins know what fills your tum and I'll whip it right up.
Oh, Nutty Annie. There's a lot of characters being introduced in this game. Oh, Annie is also British. Okay. A British hillbilly. Okay, sure. What's the No. What? Maybe I'll try for Cockney. And fail. What's the humanitarian dish for today? That is basically Australian. Hang on. Oh, someone did a thing. Who did the thing? Who did the thing? I got a tip. Who did the thing? How do I check? How do I check? Oh, there it is. No, maybe? Let's see. Oh, thank you, Mask. Mask is not off. Will you let me see how much was... Oh, I'm not logged in. That would explain it. Log in already. Okay. Not now. Holy shit, thank you, Mask! Damn! Alright, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Thank you! Golly gee willikers, gosh darn the heckle fuck. Yes, you told me I should stream tonight. Thank you, Ulobrus. It's a jolly holiday. And the word you're looking for is titty sprinkles. Thank you. What's a humanitarian dish for today? I'm just gonna go with whatever this accent is. Dave from accounting, my dearest. Ooh, Pux. Nah, I gotta try a little bit better than that with the Cockney. Ooh, pork sandwiches. Lummy, lummy, lum. Ugh. Fuck it. Whatever. I'll just do whatever accent I feel like. We employ a small staff of cannibals from England, Eddie in the corporium and Annie being two of them. They only eat fresh accidental deaths with the family's consent. Usually. Oh, I get it. Humanitarian. It's funny. Well, once you're done with Johnny's little tour, let me know and I'll make you breakfast. You're making her into breakfast? Let me have the arse portion. We'll make steak and kidney pie, big ol' witch rump. If you don't show me this girl's ass before this game is over... You ain't eating no rump steak, Annie. Your little old's got poor old Dave. Oh, come on. At least let me have your ugly feet, eh? Nice and lean, covered in flavour, and entirely useless. Look at 'em all the way down there. When I'm done with them. Great! Let me get a little appetizer, eh? Little lick between the toesies, pre-bunch snacklet, how about it? Oh, you're a freak? Okay. Don't encourage her, dear. She'll be crawling all over me till your feet fall off. My bad. Speaking of cannibals... Mindy in the morning. Good morning, Miskatonic! It's your favorite morning announcer, Mindy in the morning! Air horn sound, air horn sound, air horn sound. Bringing you all the Miskatonic morning announcements as and when I see fit. It's currently 2:30 in the afternoon, so let's get started! Those of you students that have volunteered for the submerged necromantic mutation testing, that has unfortunately been called off by Professor Baxter on the grounds that the school swimming pool is now alive. Lunch today will be turgid and depressing. And would the owner of a white child please report to the reception office? It is currently being towed. What was that? That's Mindy, the morning announcer. Does she do that a lot? Perpetually. You seem pretty comfortable around this stuff, Charlotte. Oh, I grew up in Maine. Not as many mutated folks, but they make up for it with all the goofy supernatural happenings. Hey, Johnny. Thirst has been looking for you. Thanks, Chasm. Come on, Charlotte. I gotta make a quick stop off. What happened to her? Oh, that's Chasm, one of our portal diver team. They usually work out of Dunwich, coming back to write reports on their expeditions. When they come back, of course. So, let me make a quick stop and I'll show you to your room. Johnny, so this is the strange girl, the crumbler, the ruiner. Wow, look at this guy. I like how your coat melts into the floor. Yep, this is her. Charlotte, this is Dr. Thirst Valentine, the head of occult science and the discoverer of residual evil. His work taught the university about the lingering nature of documenting malicious entities. Essentially, he figured out why seemingly innocuous writings can summon horrific creatures or cast terrible curses. It is why the books bleed. That's cool. I had a book that kept growing teeth and screaming and whatnot. It was my diary, though. Excellent. I shall inform my colleagues of your arrival. We will merrily indulge in the popped corn. Ta-ta. I like him. You know, you've come highly recommended, Charlotte. Oh yeah? By who? Charlotte! believe they finally hired my tiny baby monster! Rumman, what are you doing here? Got me some gainful employment teaching kids about old school dark magic. None of this occult science in my class. What have they got you teaching? Oh, you know, I'm in security, keeping folks safe, wandering the halls, swinging a comically large keychain, bopping folks on the head with a flashlight, top secret missions, stuff like that. Pretty on point hiring selection, if you ask me. Yeah, safety. That's definitely a key word when I think of Charlotte Lestrange and her magic eyeballs. Hey, those cats turned inside out on their own. I sneezed. Hush your gums. Well, speaking of cosmic abominations, I gotta go teach a bunch of 18-year-olds how to turn blood into peanut butter by dancing in the rain. You're gonna love it here, Charlotte. The Miskatonic's just one big like-minded community, all working towards making the world a better place, just like our coven. Come find me when you've got some time off. Wait, what? Why is she... Okay. It's like they wrote her with a different accent for some reason. There was nothing cosmic about them, Rumman. They were just cats with their bones on the outside. They got better. So, you two are in some kind of cult? Sort of. We're witch cultists of Shub-Niggurath. Essentially, we believe that since the universe is filled with crazy, awful bullshit, that humans should be nice and loving to each other. Some of us, like the Cult of the Black Sun, have these awesome bake sales for their neighborhoods, whereas others, like the Cult of Loveliness, hunt and slaughter encroaching monsters to protect their hometowns. We're sort of like goth Girl Scouts. What about you, witches? We take all our clothes off and dance in the... If she doesn't get... We take all our clothes off and dance in the rain. Typical witchy stuff. But we use black magic to do nice things for the town folk. Body-snatching breech birth babies to make them crawl out of their mom. Summoning fixer pixies when the guy's leg falls off. Using transmutation circles as portals for when the trash collectors want a week off. Stuff like that. Wait a minute. The Cult of the Black Sun do bake sales? And the Cult of Loveliness are monster hunters. Yes, Johnny, that's the joke. What, does the Cult of Kill Murder Death plant gardens or something? Oh, you mean the Cult of Fetid Retribution? No, those guys deliver meals to old ladies. And what was that about magic eyes? Oh, don't worry about me. I just do this. A guy could get lost in eyes like that. She kind of is my dream girl, isn't she? And sometimes weird stuff happens in people's minds. Usually they forget something or get an eye twitch. As long as I don't use it on little animals, it's pretty harmless. Okay, so let's keep going. This is your room. A little tight, but the lunch ladies bring us security guys breakfast every day. I'll let you get settled, then you can explore your patrol route until Bob gives you your first assignment. It's perfect. Thanks, Johnny. Okay, I better go familiarize myself with my patrol route. No, I think you should do that dancing in the rain with your clothes off thing. I think that is definitely a higher priority. Maybe if I click around a little bit. Oh.
Hello again. It's time for a quick tutorial. Oui? You're about to enter what's called patrol mode, wherein you're allowed to freely investigate the occult science building. Use your mouth to click
Not your mouse. Not your mouth.
Use your mouse to click characters to initiate conversations, or doorways to move to other places in the building. Charlotte's patrol will always start here outside her room. And if you want to save the game, hit the little cog in the bottom right of the screen. Give it a try. And don't forget to visit me at the Corporium, oui?
Staff dormitories. Please report all breakages, spillages, corpses, interdimensional tears, and unattended viscera to a member of janitorial staff. They are appropriately trained in sanitation, body disposal, quantum physics, and mild voodoo. Alright, where's the save thing? There it is. Need to save all this progress I've made. Right. Ouloborus has told me I need to click on stuff on the walls, not just people. Let's look for clickable wall stuff. Can I click on this poster of this girl giving me the eyes? No. Oh, can I click on myself? I should look around, meet some folks, get the lay of the land and all that. I'm gonna be working here for a while. You may want to make a lot of screenshots. Are they gonna be sexy screenshots? Because there's a few cuties in this room already. I'm not gonna lie, especially like this green girl over to the right. Woo! Ahem. So far, I'm not finding anything clickable on the wall. Let's see, who do I want to click on first? I think I want to click on this girl hanging upside down bat style from the ceiling. Oh, it's Nutty Annie. Okay.
Hello, Spooky. How's your feet?
Why the fascination with my feet, Annie? Surely the juiciest stuff for cannibals is like the brain or whatever.
Oh, no. Can't eat brains, my lovey. Eating brains gives you the shiggles.
Shiggles? What's the shiggles?
Shits and giggles, an English disease. Makes you shiver and laugh uncontrollably while you lose control of your body. Then you die. I had a friend who had it back home. Significantly less hilarious than it sounds.
That sucks, man.
Yep. And now I'm all inconsolable, and the only way to cheer me up is to give me a bite of your giant bum.
Damn it, Annie, you almost had me feeling like you weren't a complete ass.
I won't need the complete ass, just half a cheek at most.
Ugh. Okay, that was pretty clever.
I'm here all week.
Oh, she's so cheeky. If I click on her again, is it the same dialogue? Yeah, it is. Okay. I do like seeing her hang upside down for no particular reason. Alright, who are you? Oh. Nico Day? Nico Die? Nico Da? Nico Da? You're the new security girl, right? I'm Nico Day, archivist of the Occult Science Building. Feel free to tell me your deepest and darkest. Okay. I left school when I was 9 to become a witch and quietly hope that schools don't teach people anything important past that. Interesting. And they do, by the way. Quite a bit. Oh. Well, shit.
Don't listen to him. If you can count and spell, everything else is optional. Roger Cavendish, Chief Medical Officer.
And what does that tell you? You can do more than count and spell, right, Doctor?
Well, a few things. Bringing people back from the brink of a terrible Baphometic death. Creating vaccines for supernatural diseases. Have you ever seen a prosthetic tentacle?
Don't get him started on his damn prosthetic tentacle. Any more little nuggets of secrecy, Charlotte? Okay, here's a fine one. People think that I cock my hips all the time because it's a Shub-Niggurath witch coven thing, when really it's because I'm secretly proud of my butt. It's a good butt.
Rest of me sucks, but it's a damn good butt. First of all, how dare you insult my wife by saying that the rest of her sucks? Second of all, this butt is the one thing I have yet to see.
On behalf of all cannibals, thank you for sharing it with the world.
You're welcome. Alright, let's click on you. Oh, wait. It's the same. Okay, whatever. Okay. Let's talk to Rumman again. So, I'm subbing a class for one of the astronomy guys, right? And substituting means it's time to watch a documentary in the lecture hall. And everyone's watching this thing, and it's like, the closest star to our solar system is about 4.5 light years away. And you thought you felt lonely. Excuse me. And I'm like, why would you assume that? Why assume that about literally every person who watches this thing? I grew up in a coven surrounded by spell-slinging psycho bitches, and now I work in a university. I salivate at the concept of loneliness. I wonder if they say that... Oh, wait, that's Charlotte. I wonder if they say that in nature documentaries, too, trying to make weird animals relatable. Hell yeah. And you thought you sprayed pungent urine at attacking predators. And you thought you had a projectile tongue that was sticky at the end so you could catch cute bugs. And you thought you had a four-headed penis. What the F has a four-headed penis? Echidnas. Maybe girl echidnas are into the whole eldritch horror kink. Guy echidnas got to step up their game and turn their peens into horrific nightmares. I have no argument for this. Oh, is Rapscallion a known artist? I am not familiar with their work. Ah, it's the new security. Anika Silverstein, Alien Theology. Caleb Wakenshaw, pun enthusiast. I'm going to get along with you, Caleb. I'm going to just do my regular voice for you, Caleb. Charlotte Lestrange, badass witch cop. So, what happened to the last security guy? Are they on sick retirement adventures? Last I heard, he landed in Aruba. Then the rest of Jim landed in Cancun. Yes, quite tragic. Entire occult science building exploded, leaving only a crater, oddly filled with indentations of the faces of the workers and students who were in there. That was before our time, of course. Since we're alive and whatnot. Huh. But there's, like, protections from that happening again, right? Oh yeah, they put a sneeze guard in. Exactly. Right. Well. Okay, now let's talk to this. Oh. Oh my God, she's cute. Sorry, I need to take a drink of water because she's making me too thirsty. Did you know before it was completely abandoned, Innsmouth desperately tried to become a tourism town? Tried to focus on aquatic circuses, gift shops, and freak shows featuring leftover Deep Ones. I happen to be named Most Attractive Deep One Hybrid every weekly beauty contest. Yes. Yes, I can certainly see. And the first thing I think, because I'm me, is of course, how deep is she? Huh, you don't look like a deep one. That's probably why I keep winning. Okay. So let's see. I bet this is the dorm room. Yep. So this must be the way forward. Aha, more peoples. Just checking to see if there's anything to click on. That's a door, isn't it? Yeah, I don't want to go through the door just yet. So let's click on... Oh yeah, I didn't even read what that said. Eldritch Library. Books branded with the school's insignia are to, under no circumstances, leave the library. Branded books found outside the library will be shot on sight. I like the tone of this game. It's very good. Alright, let's talk to this freak. Davis Tilling. All my classes are at 7 a.m. Got any ideas for a book that'll help me wake up in the morning? Simon Longfellow. You'll want internalized zombification in the necrology aisle. All the benefits of being a zombie without the drawbacks of looking like a corpse. Though your intestines will occasionally fall out of your butthole. Huh, they must have a book for everything. Though I'd take coffee over scooping intestines back into my butthole. Maybe that's just me. No, I think I can agree with you there, Charlotte. You're another cutie. Amelia Lynn Luciat. A fun trick of the black magic users of the old days was to write how-to spell books that, simply by reading them, would cast the curse that the reader was trying to learn on the reader themselves. Fiendish but funny, according to them. What happened to your eye holes? How to throw ethereal fire directly into somebody's eyes. Luckily, it was just the Cliff Notes version. Alright, what's in here? Oh, Emily again. Hey, Emily, do you guys have any books on advanced witchcraft? I want to keep fresh while I'm here. I'll take that as an of course we do, Charlotte. Have you seen the size of this goddamn library? We got books that ain't even been written yet. You. The Science of Rain Dancing by Professor Anna Undercarriage. Huh. Guess maybe I'll fit in here a little bit better than I thought. I've been doing science all this time. Much like electricity, the human body acts as a conductor of magical energy intrinsic in the air of regions of high concentration. This effect is God damn it. I need another drink. My voice feels out of practice. I should have warmed up. This effect is exacerbated with wet skin, leading to many witch cults dancing naked in the rain in order to conjure spells effectively. Indeed, it seems paranormal encounters seem more frequent when it's raining, or in regions of the world where rain is frequent. The witch cults of Seattle and Scotland are considered incredibly powerful and fearsome, though this is simply due to their geographical advantage. Would they to be taken away from their home deluges, they would be simply as effective as their new weather permits them to be. Ha! Sick burn!
Hello, Wobbly. What you reading?
Nothing. Just some stuff about witches. You wouldn't get it.
Nah, probably not. That stuff's too cool and magical for a dumb old cannibal like Annie. No place for an ugly old purple blood like poor old dumb old cannibal Annie. Poor dumb Annie.
Well, hey, come on. I didn't mean it like that. Hey, next time it rains, I could teach you a few tricks. How about it? Get you a pet frog, give it a couple extra eyes. What do you say?
That sounds fun, but can I make a suggestion?
Sure, I guess.
Rather than rain, can we dance around in buffalo sauce? I think I want a little zing when I bite your bum.
Damn it, Annie, why don't you go bug someone else?
'Cause you're the only one that finds it funny.
There's a difference between laughing at something because it's funny and laughing at something because it's ridiculous.
Most folks run away from folks like me. They seem to take threats of being devoured quite seriously.
And there's nothing I'd like more than watching you run away, Charlotte. Wait. That's an error there.
And there's nothing I'd like more than watching you run away, Charlotte. It's 'cause you got a good bum.
Oh, wait, no, that was... God damn it.
That was Charlotte saying that. Whatever, fuck it.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Yeah, see you around, Annie.
It threw me off, it did.
Looks like the entrance to the library will probably be hanging on. Alright, what's through this door? Ooh, things. Looking for stuff to click on. Looking for stuff to click on. Looking for stuff to click on. Occult Science entrance. Students of occult science are discouraged from interacting with other students of the Miskatonic alumni. As strange or upsetting as occult science seems to be, the subject is incredibly tame in comparison. Ask yourself why anyone would come to the Miskatonic University to study geography. Can't click on the poster? Well, I'll try. No, it's not letting me click on the poster. Maybe some of these background clickables don't become clickable until later. Alright, let's talk to the tendrily looking girl. Militia Belial. So, what's with the puppets? That look is a choice. That is definitely a choice. We help her talk with unfamiliar people on unfamiliar subjects. One must become more familiar with us in order to become more familiar with her. Spent a little too long in the psychology department, huh? I've heard researching all them dark psychiatrics can rub off on people. And you've spent a little too long in engineering to not know when someone's pulling your leg. So working and studying in certain buildings has a residual effect. I wonder what effect working in the occult science building has on witches. I hope I don't start taking a chalkboard to my coven's dance rituals. No one wants to know the angle of rotation on one of my sick freeballing pirouettes. Oh, I beg to differ. I very much want to know the angle of rotation.
Hey, Lizzie, what you got there?
Girly cheese is the best human invention. Everyone says so.
Everyone? Like everyone in the university?
Everyone in this dimension. The Migo, the Yithians, the Starspawn, Chthonians when someone makes one for them, the homeworld elder things. Even Yog-Sothoth likes one now and again.
Really? Not like the internal combustion engine, not penicillin, the telephone, light bulbs, eyeglasses, great big trains, microscopes?
Yeah, we don't need any of that.
So humanity, for all its achievements, all the love and loss, all the wars, all the technology and innovation, all the art and culture, everything we've done, and we're considered by the rest of the universe as those guys that make a mean grilled cheese. I don't know how to feel about that. So, hey, why do so many people have tentacles coming out of their back? Have you ever faced a batho-necrotic explosion head-on? No, can't say that I have. Neither has anyone else. First rule of batho-necrotic explosions, turn away from the batho-necrotic explosion. Well, I guess the first rule would be don't cause a goddamn batho-necrotic explosion, but people can't seem to help breaking that one. You can probably tell from the lack of extra limbs, but I have no idea what a batho-whatever actually is. It's the process of deliberately caving in an artificial portal through our dimension to stop extra-dimensional entities from getting out. It's a last resort, since usually there are teams of portal divers still inside, but hey, better than the end of the world, huh? I guess. Hey, maybe you guys should try transmutation circles. That's what us witches use when we need to summon creepy stuff, and none of my coven have any weirdo tentacles. All you need is chalk, a little blood, some candles,
and a complete disregard for pants. Yes, yes, we've all been taught the witch method, but the scientific method reduces the element of randomness, increases the size and duration of portals to allow for human entry, and best of all, you get to keep your clothes on. So science is magic plus underwear, huh? Yeah, best of all. That's definitely the best part. Studying at the Miskatonic is a huge opportunity. There are so few monster hunters in my hometown, I think my job prospects in the future are really bright. It does come with a few drawbacks, though. You're not likely to finish your studies exactly the same species as you started. Well, hey, at the very worst, I'm pretty sure this place could always use more freaky-ass teachers. I want a freaky-ass teacher. Nothing out there for me, my jurisdiction's right here. Although patrolling the whole university would probably be good for the old leg muscles, get all toughened up in case of any sick monster attacks.
Can't stand a lean steak myself. Much prefer pressed ham.
Stop trying to make me laugh, Annie. It ain't gonna work. Yeah, but the way you're looking at her, she might convince you to make out with her. Student Corporeum. Students are encouraged to practice vivisection during recreational hours using the locally bred horrors. Students are encouraged to practice vivisection during recreational hours using the locally bred horrors, nightmares, pets, or children available. These resources are included in your tuition. Okay, let's see if there's anything clickable hiding in here. Nothing clickable, alas, I fear.
So what do you reckon they're doing in there?
Poking and prodding, same as always. Eventually they'll get bored and we'll be tasked with carting off the husk.
If you told tiny child Albert that in the future carrying corpses would be considered the easiest part of his day, I think he'd pitch a fit.
I'd have thought the part between carrying the body to the corporeum and carrying it away would be the easiest part. Though I guess hanging out in the spooky-ass hallway can be a little exhausting, too. Just a small word of advice to the biology department. You can't just stick a dog and a war veteran into a centrifuge and rejigger the mush into a living being. And everyone say hello to the world's very first werewolf. There's clearly a reason I'm not down there with you guys. Aside from, you know, the carnage it would cause. Did you guys hear that? A goddamn werewolf! You want to check it out? We're not done here, Mike. We've got to get the incinerators going before we can knock off.
Connors is right. First we burn whatever nightmare the corporeum's working on. Then we can go gawk at whatever nightmare the biology department's working on. They got their own burners, after all.
I always thought you had to get bit by a werewolf to become a werewolf. Then again, why would any werewolf stop at one bite and not just eat whatever it was biting? Maybe that's why we don't have zombie plagues anymore. Alright, let's see what they're vivisecting. Oh, it's one of those. Oh man, look at this sick, awesome thing.
That tough stuff is a colony of cuddleworms, complete with the bloody spinal cord of their human host.
They like to lay their eggs in city water pipes, and once consumed they attach to the spinal columns of their hosts, eventually controlling their every move. Sort of like zombies, except, you know, a lot more screaming and begging for death. Very interesting species. That's a deceptively adorable name for the worst thing ever.
I bet the boys a tenner that I could yank the spine out of this poor sod's mouth. Turns out the worms form a rock-solid grip on the host's brain while they're piloting him. Fingers here's gonna give him a prod, see if she can't get him to let go of the bugger's melon meat. Oh, here we go.
Excuse me, I just had a dark thought encouraging that I slit my wrists. Take off your trousers and play your bums like the bloody bongos.
Probably better to use spare blood, eh?
C'est la vie. Aw, big strong man helping out little lady, sadistic madness, cute.
Did I click on her in this? Okay. Alright, what's through this door?
Student Ethereum. Due to a recent unscheduled experiment by a member of our security team, the Ethereum has become talkative and boisterous. As a result, our most boring students are required to spend recreational time chatting with the Ethereum in an attempt to shut it up.
The Ethereum is in there with that big talking goo monster. Maybe I should go say hi. Alright, let's check you out. Ooh. Yeah, that's another wood, I think. Did you pick a good game for me, Uloborus? Yes. Yes, you did. Very much so. Essentially, you just need to maintain your resources, spending them on village and stat upgrades. But village upgrades give passive benefits to both villages, so you need to be careful that you're not helping the other team and their village. See, that's where I went wrong with my first game. After I constructed our breeding pit, the other village gained enough population resource to speed their building and foraging processes. What the shit are they talking about? What's unique about our planet is that all the plants and animals share a universal language, or a sort of collective consciousness, guiding things like migratory patterns, blooming seasons, what is predator and what is prey, things like that. It also acts as a conduit of the emotions of organic life. A flower is plucked, the garden screams. A cow is slaughtered, the whole herd weeps. Humans seem to have lost this ability over the last 100,000 years, and those few that can hear it go mad with the knowledge of it. Just so you know, the planet is very upset with you humans.
Guess I better go apologize to my bagel.
Oh man, I hope that ain't true. As a witch cultist of a love goddess, I should probably be spreading the love to everything, not just humans. Yes, Charlotte, come spread your love to me, please. Come on, yeah.
And I've eaten a whole lot of burgers. So, after you've drawn from the encounter deck, if what you draw is a monster, pick from the monster deck. Then you can choose to fight or flee. If you fight, compare your player card's ferocity stat with the monsters and add a d6 to both stats to determine whether you win or lose. If you want to flee, it's the same process with the liquidity stat. Once you've returned to the village board, you can add your successful foraging tokens to the village's stockpile. Whatever team successfully builds their village first wins, or whatever team's village runs out of food, materials, or population resources loses.
And do I have to go by my in-game name too? Couldn't hurt. They must be talking about some sort of board game. Never played one before. Not many places to put the board when you're off dancing in the woods with nothing but a smile on.
She is such a tease for me! Jiminy!
And nowhere to keep the pieces.
Hello again, how's it going?
Can't complain. It's a living.
So you're the one who taught the Ethereum to talk, huh? I guess, but I think he knew already. Hi, I'm... Wait, let me figure it out. Layer of grime over the extremities, so you're aware of the mutagenic atmosphere and have applied a home remedy. So you're local to New England, but no real accompanying stench other than that of dead flowers, so you're often with other people. Mild wobbling at the touch indicates a lack of exercise, but the very dirty boots means you're outside in the rain a lot. Judging by the short black skirt and choker, you're an active worshipper of Shub-Niggurath, the goddess of love and humanity. And combining the grime, wobbliness, smell, and outfit, you must therefore be a member of the Chesuncook Witch Coven. Wow, exactly! Although they were just observations, so what's with the creepy tentacles? This is close. This is as close to a handshake as I get. Oh well. Enchanté. So what's your deal? Oh, I'm Jessica Morgan. I'm the record keeper for experiments performed on the Necronomicon, though I was a detective before my arms got all noodled. How do you keep records if you can't control your arms? With a handshake like that, how do you hold a pen? What do you mean? I have perfect control of my arms. Oh. Oh. Well, it was nice meeting you. See you later, Ethereum.
Bye, Spooky.
Bob's office. Staff are encouraged to only disturb Bob on matters of immediate security or apocalyptic concern. Students are encouraged to go away. Yep, still nothing to click on here. Can get my assignments through that door. I should check it out when I'm ready for a new job. Do those wormy things act as your arms? That's pretty groovy. Yep, the thing to remember about all these occult shenanigans is that most of these monsters are just really ugly animals, and animals can be trained. Cool, how'd you train them? Traditional combination of treats and mild punishment. As a treat, I let them keep my arms. And as a punishment, I headbutted the shit out of them. Now they never leave Mommy's side, don't even have to command them for the easy stuff. What counts as easy stuff when training floating worms to act as replacement arms? Oh, you know, cooking, cleaning, getting changed, all the essentials. You should see me play the trombone. I'm curious about how you do something else with those arms, but, moving right along. There are several benefits to having every internal organ replaced by half-sentient liquid slurry. For example, you wouldn't believe how much of your brain is dedicated to simply maintaining the automatic processes of your body. With the slime, my brain is now free to fully ponder the questions of the universe. Well, I gotta admit, you're putting a good spin on this. Still, having to carry a handkerchief around to mop the incorrigible sludge out of my eye sockets is a drawback. Forget hygiene, you're at the Miskatonic. If you're only trailing black slime, you're practically cleaning the place up. Nothing gets an occult scientist down, I guess. But wouldn't his brain also be replaced by the goo? Oh, hi there. The geography building has probably the least dangerous lessons on campus, but also has the highest security. Can't have the public figure out where the plateau of Leng is, or worse. Right, Oops, hang on 1 second. Okay. Why not? You know how some people can't help but get as close as they can to a scene of a car crash? Imagine that car crash being a centralized supernatural apocalypse based in the Pacific Ocean. Folks would climb over each other to check that out. Yeah, I guess. Bet it looks pretty radical. So, what's with folks changing their names for that board game people are talking about? It's to make the consequences of the game seem more real. A lot of people need an escape from work or their studies, and the game's a good way to do that. Huh, you think I could play with you guys? When I've got some time off or whatever. Depends. What's your in-game name gonna be? Thrust Powerful, Badass Barbarians, saving sick wenches or whatever. Nope. Bye. Better than everyone else's dumbass names. Whatever, who'd want to play a game where Thrust Powerful, the Badass Barbarian sounds non-canon anyway? Alright, we're gonna do a little savey save. And let's see what happens in here. Ah, yes, here he is.
Good afternoon, Charlotte. Are you ready for your first assignment?
Sure, lay it on me.
Excellent. The Miskatonic has small research outposts located all over the world dedicated to collecting and relaying occult data back to the university via radio. One such outpost is in New Orleans, where you'll be going.
Okay, what happened in New Orleans?
We're not sure. Our researcher is supposed to relay daily radio messages back to us, but hasn't checked in for several days. Your task is to go to the outpost and knock on the door. If he's there, ask why he hasn't been relaying data. If he's not, return and tell us.
That's it? Knock on the door?
Exactly. Under no circumstances are you to enter the outpost. Just knock and leave.
Okay. So how do I get there? After a few, well, disasters, the government... Hang on. Is she actually... Can I move the chat window? Can I move the... Is there a thing that makes the text box... I need to see... I need to see the butt more clearly! Come on. Is there a thing that, like... So I'm... Ah! Oh no, of course not. You'll have a driver.
Hey!
Oh, hey, Lizzie. Looks like driving down this spooky-ass tunnel system together.
Yish! New Orleans is not too far in straight line. Should get there lickety-split.
Have fun, you two, and remember, don't go into the outposts. Okay, see you later, Johnny. Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. I'm just, taking some notes here. Yep, taking some real good notes close to the screen. Uh-huh. Yep, good notes that I am taking right now. Yep, okay, all right. Notes taken. Huh, that's weird. The door's open.
So?
Well, the mission is to knock on the door, see if anyone's in, and then leave if the door's open, something bad might have happened.
Like what?
I don't know, it could be anything. Maybe they're out of banana bread, maybe someone's pregnant and they've gone to get a doctor, or maybe Cthulhu cultists have invaded to have a sick hoedown. Maybe they're pregnant with a Cthulhu cultist's banana bread baby. We should check it out.
Supposed to be authorized to go in outposts. Dunwitchers and witches are for knocking on doors, not poking around outposts.
Come on, we'll be, showing initiative. They'll be like, wow, Lizzie and Charlotte, you sure saved the day poking around in that outpost. Good thing you did, or all those chupacabras would have got back to home base and ate all of us.
I don't think that's what they'll say.
Well, I'm gonna take a look anyway. Feel free to join me if you want to save the university from chupacabras. Guess they'll be okay if we just look. Fear the goo. New Orleans Outpost. Initially, the outposts were each equipped with long-range radio systems, able to communicate with each other, stave off the loneliness, good for morale. Until the Australia Outpost incident broadcasted the screaming of an entire country on all frequencies. Now the outposts can only communicate with the Miskatonic hub. Can't hear each other, good for morale. Okay, well, let's see. Do another little savey save. I better sweep this whole room before we move on. That's the detective thing to do. Oh. I thought Lizzie might say something. Huh. Fear the goo. Written in goo. What goo should I be fearing? Should I fear the goo the fear the goo sign is written in?
Maybe it's peanut butter. Humans are a lot allergic, right?
Only the ones who hate deliciousness. Nope, I think this is a warning about the same goo it's written in. Can't be that dangerous then if the Warner preferred using it over, a pen.
Maybe he has no pen. Maybe his pen is goo. Maybe that's why he's so afraidy. Because of pen goo.
Guess there's only one way to find out. Let's keep going. Now hang on. I didn't say I wanted to leave that room. Now hang on just a ding-dang-ole minute. I did not say I was ready to leave that room. What if there was something else I missed in there? I'll never know. Ugh, the goo room. There's a lot of it. That's a lot of goo. Extraction facility. Initially, we thought the signs were overkill, the Miskatonic already being notorious for its anal retentive approach to the supernatural. Alas, after several decades and several thousand casualties, we learned that the most dangerous thing in our work was a wandering mind. Extraction facility. Something broken down during the extraction process shall be replaced from the technician's wages. Tools, I guess. Extraction tools are for ooze extraction only. As scrumptious as the inside of jelly donuts are, extraction tools are not a suitable method of obtaining said jelly. Let me guess. She's gonna say the same thing about, yep, okay. Shitballs. The door's locked. So there might be goodies inside. Eldritch goodies. Look, it says there, extraction facility. This must be where they're getting the goo. We gotta get in there. Why? Because if someone tells me to fear something, I like to know exactly where that something comes from and how to punch whoever made it in the head. Whoop some ass. Besides, it sounds exactly like something that the hottest new occult detective team in New Orleans would do, right? Solving some sick mysteries.
Okay.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. Okay. Little Yahanthe. They were allowed a small number of personal effects on site. Easier to just let them have their little trinkets than to enforce contraband rules, and the occasional knife in the gut for a supervisor was seen as an affordable expense. Okay, so let's just start in order from left to right. Looks like a syringe. That's a beefy-ass needle hole thing, too. The goo is either going in something or coming out of something. Either way, it looks like it'd hurt like hell. That's the same thing I just did, right? Yep, okay. Looks like a poster of Innsmouth, home of the Deep Ones. Maybe that's where whoever lived here was from.
What's a deep one?
They were this race of fishy, froggy folks that lived in this underwater city off the coast of Innsmouth. In exchange for plentiful fishing and crabbing seasons, they would mate with the local Innsmouth babes and create little baby hybrids. Apparently it was a pretty sweet deal until some wandering douche came through the town and ruined it. One told the government they torpedoed the underwater city and rounded everyone up and sent them to concentration camps and whatnot. Kinda sad, really. I hear the little hybrid tadpoles are adorable. That is sad. Some sort of manifesto. April 9th, half-gallon. His name was Daniel. April 10th, 2-gallon. Told me to give her locket to her lover. April 11th, 1-gallon. He was still alive. What have I done? And then it stops. Huh. That's probably okay, right? Huh, looks like a... Wait, oh shit. Something Shub-Niggurath. Keeping the faith, groovy. That we might find a new home, that I might find work much less dreadful. She is becoming too large to convincingly lie that she is carrying a human child, so we must gather our pennies and leave soon. Huh, there's a little photo. Yeah. Aw, look at her. So pretty, so full of tadpoles. And he is kind of handsome in that, amphibious way. Oh.
Why is that all? Why is that not you?
All the storybooks say that there's no purer love than that between a girl and a frog.
What?
April 12th, 1936. Hey, that's yesterday! A new prisoner was delivered for ooze extraction. He claims he was a riverboat captain with a ship that sails up and down the Mississippi River. He claims that there is a Deep One refuge situated in Minnesota wherein my people live and thrive, hidden from the university's horrific testing and the government's terrible camps. I shall rescue my beloved tonight, under cover of darkness, and we three shall make for Minnesota. I'll miss the radio call-in, and they shall send someone to investigate my squalid concrete prison, but we shall be long gone. Huh. Looks like the university was keeping this feller against his will, using him to extract goo from folks. But why?
Maybe we should ask him.
No way. If the university is as evil as this guy says they are, we best keep our mouths shut and do a little independent investigating. We gotta find out what this goo is, what they're using it for, and why they're being such bastards. Holding cell. Every outpost, no matter how small, no matter what research it housed, had to have a holding cell. The topics we study at the Miskatonic have an alarming rate of contagion. Holding cell, not for holding delicious pastries. I beg to differ. Fucking shit on my dick. Another goddamn locked door.
You look angrier than you should be.
Sorry, the concept of, privacy makes witches a little testy. Whatever, let's find ourselves some keys and F these locks up. Well now. Little Yahanthe. The Deep Ones could be manipulated in a way humans couldn't. They had what the brains called a deeper emotional intelligence than us. They would cry at the simple concept of tragedy, so to threaten them with their own was viciously effective. That's fucked. Yeah, I'm into that. What the fuck? Are those the super rare Dead Randy monogamy art covers? How did he get these? These are ultra banned all across America. We gotta take these.
What?
Dead Randy, the sexy necromancer. It's this cute little incubus that runs around saving zombie girls after the world ends, and then boning them. This story arc was written by my first coven den mother, Agnes G. Williker. It's a story of how this succubus girl, this purple girl here, wants Dead Randy all to herself. But while they're all mutual, Dead Randy gets sad that he's not boning mad dames, and him and the succubus girl learn that love should be shared with everyone, not saved for individuals. It's adorable.
Why'd humans ban it?
The same reason they ban everything. Folks were getting too cheerful. Promoting cultist ideologies, they said. Not sure how love everyone you can and don't be a douche is considered the same as, let's get Cthulhu to F the world up, but whatever. Charlotte, I am already way too attracted to you. Don't make this worse. Plus, I guess Dead Randy's pretty rampant in this series. Hard to get that love everyone message across in a story about a nymphomaniacal blue midget without getting, vigorous. But the message was so awesome! Completely true to our cult's mantra, and everyone in Chesuncook thought us witches were pretty groovy after these stories came out. Preach love and compassion, for the universe offers neither. They put that as our town motto after Miss Agnes wrote this series.
Come on, he's gotta have the hard copy somewhere. The girls in the coven will shit their minds when they hear what I found.
The game has barely begun. You're going to be commissioning art of this girl by the time it's done. Yeah, you're probably right, honestly.
Oh, he's really cute! Dead Randy, the Sexy Necromancer, Harmony Arc, Episode 1, Death of a Deviant.
Oh, it's Spicy Dimes magazine. Once again, Dead Randy finds himself expelled from the Incubus Academy of Hell for failing the not looking like a tiny idiot portion of the class. Forever exiled, Randy seeks refuge on a desolate Earth, destroyed by a mysterious plague that leaves the land barren and all but zombies. Using his powers of necromancy, Dead Randy cobbles together another village made of bones and sinew, drawing zombies from all over the wasteland looking for a place to live. Once populated, Randy affectionately names his new town the Bone Zone.
Aw, yeah, I peek a few cute zombie girls in that shambling horde. A one-way ticket to the Bone Zone. Dead Randy, the Sexy Necromancer, Harmony Arc, Episode 2, Damsel in Decay. With the Bone Zone completed and the zombie villagers settled, Dead Randy enjoys the life of carnal luxury, but with hordes of zombies come their arch-enemies, the only living creatures left on Earth. That's right, packs of feral Pomeranians are attacking villagers of the Bone Zone, and when one of his lovely consorts are dragged away, it's up to Dead Randy to save her and drive away the feral pups. Man, he is humping the shit out of that zombie. I'm starting to understand why they banned this arc. Butts aren't supposed to fall off. Dead Randy, the Sexy Necromancer, Harmony Arc, Episode 3, Polyamorous Pollyanna. A new visitor from the underworld arrives in the Bone Zone, a salacious succubus named Sally.
Sally, you say? I'm gonna be picturing what I'm gonna be picturing. Marveled by his accomplishments, Sally becomes enamored with Dead Randy, demanding that the pair revoke their demonic job descriptions and become mutual lovers. Shocked at the idea that another demon could love him, and much to the dismay of the hordes of zombie girls, Randy vows to become Sally's boyfriend. Poor Dead Randy, seduced by the idea of exclusive affection. Like my den mother always says, love 100 people and 1,000 people will love you back. Dead Randy, the Sexy Necromancer, Harmony Arc, Episode 4, Trouble in Paradise. After a few months of unrelenting ravaging, Randy and Sally start to become bored of their exclusivity, but while Randy aches to share his love with the rest of the village, Sally demands that he spend his pent-up affection on grinding through their turbulent relationship. Bad move, Sally. You've got two folks going against their nature, sharing happiness with the world, desperately trying to keep their happiness between each other. Share it! Dear Randy, Dead Randy, the Sexy Necromancer, Harmony Arc 2, Episode... Take another drink of water. Dead Randy, the Sexy Necromancer, Harmony Arc, Episode 5, Monogamy? Madness! Finally, Sally and Randy see the error of their ways. After an amicable breakup and a promise to remain sharing a portion, albeit a small one, of their love between each other, Randy and Sally tear through the Bone Zone, vigorously loving everyone in their path. Aw, I love a happy ending. I guess the last 40 pages are just meant to, lock the message down. Not quite sure what the zombie butts falling off is supposed to represent, but I'm sure Miss Agnes nailed the metaphor. Whatever it is. Okay, now it's just pervy. Well, that was fun. I learned about sharing affection with the people I meet, being kind and caring, and learning not to judge others. Well, and how to bone mad zombie dames. Let's carry on with the investigation. Designated sleeping area. Look, before we go any further, let me just say that what we do at the Miskatonic is sometimes a little vicious, or a little sadistic, even abjectly cruel. But it's necessary, alright? The universe is a writhing cauldron of unrelenting malice. We do what we do to make sure you don't realize that fact. The cock key! A key to the holding cell. Let's head back to that locked door and check it out. Success! Now let's find out where this goo's coming from. Oh.
What's that?
It's a brain. A human one. With holes in.
Don't humans need their brains?
Yeah, they do. There's gotta be an explanation for this. The university's stealing brains to extract weird orange brain goo out of them? I mean, why? What's the point?
This is probably why they don't want us in here. Because of brain goo experiments.
Yeah, we're gonna have to play it cool, figure out who we can trust at the university and ask them some questions. Well, Remen's been there a while, and I know I can trust a fellow witch.
And you can trust a fellow Lizzie.
Exactly. That's like half the faculty right there. Besides, I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for all this. We just gotta be careful not to get fired for insubordination or treason or whatever. Come on, partner. Let's go do us some sleuthing back at home base.
So, Charlotte, how was your assignment?
Good. It was good. Knocked on the door, waited outside for a while, no response, came back home.
And you didn't go inside the outpost.
Inside? Oh, no. I didn't go inside. Was told not to, so I didn't. Just knocked on the door and left. Ha! Inside? You crazy.
Right. Well, we'll send a team to investigate and search for our missing researcher. Thank you, Charlotte. We had no intention of sending you on an assignment so early.
So, what do I do now?
You return to your quarters and get some rest. Tomorrow you start patrolling the occult science building.
Right. Well, talk to you later, Bob. Looks like we're in the clear, Liz.
Are we still being detectives?
Damn right. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. But for now, let's get some sleep and start investigating tomorrow.
Okay, see you tomorrow, Charlotte. I'ma go pray to Yog Sothoth.
See ya, Lizzie. Oh. Is this really what the world looks like? There's like chunks missing. And chunks added.
So the little witch girl had discovered that the university had been harvesting goo from kidnapped prisoners. But what was this strange goo, and why would the university be doing something so dastardly? Oh, and just so you know, I had no idea what they were planning. I was just that cute French girl that was vivisecting creepy monsters for the sake of education. Oui? So don't go accusing all of the university of being all dastardly. Some of us were as dumb as the little witch girl.
Why do you keep calling me the little witch girl? I'm exactly the same size as you.
Our story resumes with our little witch girl quietly investigating the strange orange goo while keeping up appearances as security guard of the occult science building.
Okay, I just gotta say, this particular drawing of shit. Is it Annie Lestrange? Is that her name? I actually forgot her name for a moment. For some reason, this particular drawing of here with the big eyes and everything, it feels very Jonan Vasquez coded to me. Am I the only one who sees that? Charlotte, thank you. Charlotte was strange. Why did I call her Annie? Oh well. Annie's the cannibal, that's right. Anyway, yeah, very Jonan Vasquez coded for me for some reason.
But what the little witch girl did not know is that her loyalties were being tested at every turn.
I'm 22. I'm a grown-ass woman. Voluptuous, almost. Good morning, Miskatonic! It's me, Mindy in the morning with the Miskatonic morning announcements. What is this morning you speak of? It sounds awful. First off, thanks to our dedicated and highly trained fodder, the Corporeum is now host to a hefty portion of Cthulhu flesh, and all at a record cost of only 7 fatalities. Man, I'm getting fat. On to international news. The Miskatonic University's Canadian branch is suffering a Yeti infestation, brought about by their recent "how many Yetis can we get" series of experiments. I can't tell if that means the experiments were a success or a failure. Is there a human resources department in this building? Only I'm wondering if the best way to start a workday is by blaring news about a fucking Yeti apocalypse into my head. Call me crazy. Oh, hey, Lizzie, how's it going? Sorry, I'm a little, distracted by her, her outfit here. Oh, hey, thank you for the 7 months subscription, or the subscription for 7 months there, Okuru Kibagami. Yeah, she's rubbing herself down with anti-mutagenic fog cream. Yeah, well, if there's any spots she needs help reaching, you know, I'm more than happy to assist with that. You know, gotta make sure that you get it in all the places. Would hate for her to be subject to mutagenicing because she, you know, just happened to miss one of those hard to reach spots, you know.
What you doing?
Grime bath keeps all that New England atmosphere off, so I don't get any extra bits and bobs sticking out of here and there like the folks here. Secret witchy trick. Want to try some?
What's in it?
Oh, lavender, rose petals, sandalwood, ambergris, some guy's blood, mushed worms, horse placenta, powdered dog, a small assortment of rocks, bacon grease, squirrel, and peppermint for that tingly fresh feeling.
Horse placenta.
Like my den mother used to say, ain't nothing gets through horse placenta. She drank a lot.
They sent a team to New Orleans to investigate what we found, so we're on errand duty today. I think someone needs your help in the library.
Okay, when my grime seeps in a bit, I'll go see what they want. Thanks, Lizzie. Oh, Annie, I thought Mrs. Roth did breakfasts.
She's off catering some dopey executive brunch for the higher-ups, so I'm delivering today. Here's yours.
Who is it?
I don't know if it had a name, seeing as it's a bacon sandwich. I could ask if you want.
Wait, really? It's like human food?
No, it's a pig.
No, I mean... Never mind. Thanks, Annie.
No problem, my lovey. You want seconds, you come find me. Toodles.
Huh. Guess Annie's not made up of 100% pure aggravating after all. How about that? Well, apparently I'm needed in the library. Better get over there. Let's do us another save. Let's talk to her again.
Hello, Wobbly. Did you enjoy your little bacon sarnie?
I did, thank you, Annie. What was the sauce on it? It was super scrumptious.
Oh, that's a secret English sauce recipe. I smuggled some in under my fabulous petticoats. Back home, we simply call it brown.
Ah, shub. Don't tell me it's made out of, like, shredded freckles and ripped out throats or something. Am I gonna get sharp teeth and purple blood, Annie?
Oh, no. They made brown sauce before the Great Famine. It's made out of vinegar and molasses and all that. Tastes great on a cooked arse, though.
Oh. What's the Great Funnening?
When everything got fun. Used to be really boring before everyone lit little nuts. Should have seen me playing badminton in my ugly-arsed white dress, being courted by the local boys in plaid waistcoats and coiffed hair, pims and pickle on cocktail sticks, picnics on the weekend at the park. Buster Down comes every hour, please and thank you, routine and pleasant. Bloody tedious.
Oh, no, that sounds kind of nice.
Ah, you should see it now. That bus route, now the bus is covered in spikes and the driver trades his roadkill for a night with the pie maker's brother. The badminton courts are all now communal barbecue pits where whole villages get together and cook burgers out of the football team from the next town over. The local boys wear nothing but a smile and the local girls use the white dresses to dress nothing but bite wounds. No bastard Bobby is bopping you on the head for pissing up the wall of the local pictures. We ate them first, of course. There's a lot of fun to be had when you're in it for yourself, my lovey.
Huh. Well, apart from the cannibalism, that doesn't sound too bad. Shame about all the cannibalism. Ah, if I had a nickel for every time I've said shame about all the cannibalism. Hey guys, you wanted to see me? I'm not going to remember every voice I gave these guys. Ah, witch girl. You wouldn't happen to have any more secrets to divulge? Let me think. Oh, I discovered when I had that I had magic eyes when I was 9, the day I left school to become a witch. I sneezed in class and liquefied my home ec teacher. You have magic eyes? What do they do? Well, I don't have much control over them, but basically I do this. Marry me. Just marry me. And stuff happens. Usually it's harmless, making people think strange things or their limbs a little numb, makes tiny doggos do backflips or babies say their first words. But, you know, occasionally it makes stuff turn inside out. I guess that's an extra secret for you, Nico, whatever. Well, it's my secret gathering, and I need your help with it, Charlotte. We're looking to expand the library to house my collections, but the engineering department exploded last night. I need you to find some power tools that'll help us in the library build an extension. Are you up to the task? Sure, I guess I can handle that. Excellent. Try the corporeum. If anyone has power tools in this building, it'll be that French girl. I can't remember my father's face. The corporeum! I'll go check it out. Oh, hey guys, have you seen any engineers? We're trying to renovate the library. We still have engineers? I thought they all exploded with that dopey machine they've been trying to build for yog knows how long. Nope, there's still a few wandering around campus. Withered as broken-hearted parsnips, the lot of them. Gotta have filled their shrapnel quota by now. I saw a student, no word of a lie, his entire head cut in half. Oh shit, really? Yup. But he was always a little two-faced. Ah ha ha ha! Ah ha ha ha! Two-faced. I've heard the engineers use the Ethereum to store completed prototypes, Charlotte. Chances are they've got what you're looking for. Thanks, guys. I'll go check it out. Oops, come on. There we go. Still haven't found anything extra to click on the walls. Hey, Vicky, where the hell is everyone? The engineering building. Didn't you hear the explosion? Most people are off carrying the wounded to the infirmary. Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, what are you doing here? Well, I don't have any arms. Ah, lucky break, huh? Well, it was more of a lucky ripping off and eating. Sup, wall man? How's the science?
Vicious and unrelenting.
Radical. Hey, Jess, I'm told there's some sort of engineering project one of the guys left here. Do you think the library guys could borrow it? Huh? Oh, yeah. It's over there. Did you find it? It's some big, ugly... What the fuck? What is this thing? It's like half car engine, half steak, half steel purse. Is this for fighting ultra vampires or something? The reasons you don't teach here just pile on top of each other. I have a rock-solid lady boner right now. I gotta have one in black to show the coven. They'll lose their shit. Take it then. We were gonna use it to shut the Ethereum up, but that ain't happening. Thought witches were into herbs and eyeballs and cauldrons and stuff. Why are you rock-solid over that monstrosity? First and foremost, witches like awesome stuff. Eyeballs are awesome. Cauldrons are awesome. Secret midnight dance-offs are awesome. And the lady boner is awesome. You will get no argument from me on that one, Charlotte. You are a colossal lunatic. Thanks, Jess. I'll see you later. Hey, Spooky. Nico's waiting for you in the library. Is that the thing? Yep. Glorious, ain't it? If you say so. Looks like something they'd build for fighting ultra vampires. I know, right? Hey guys, I got a thing! Ah, Spooky Girl. With the engineers taken ill, we've decided to use the shredded remnants of their department to store Nico's archives. Just until the engineers, you know, start existing again. We won't need to renovate the library until they restart their technical course, which requires students with arms and or legs. Does that mean I get to keep the thing? Help yourself. What are you gonna do with it? Listen, what she intends to do with that is not something that I could say out loud on Twitch. I would get insta-banned. I don't know. I just want to look at it. Well, good luck with that. Okay, job done. I'll go put this in my room, do a quick patrol, and start my private investigating. This is a silly game. Nothing like stolen comic book posters to remind a girl of her witchy values. And nothing like an investigation into stolen brain goo to make her forget them. Better get back to it. Looking for clickables, looking for clickables, looking for clickables everywhere. Let's see, it is about 1:45 to so I'll go a little bit longer. I'll go just a little bit longer. Actually, fuck it. My voice is getting tired. Someone pick a raid target for me. Let's get some suggestions in the chat. Or if not, I'll just pick someone myself. Your recommendation was good. Thank you. I am enjoying the heck out of this. I will probably play some more of it tomorrow. I will be back on the clock the next few days, and I'm not sure what my next day off after that is going to be. But I definitely want to see this through to the end. Let's see, who's going? You know what? Since we haven't streamed in ages and ages and ages and ages, let's do Many Sharp Teeth, who is currently streaming Outer Wilds. So, yeah. Thank you all for coming to yet another Spooky Stoker stream. And I hope you all come back for the next one, whenever that may be. Have a good night, everybody, and I will try to do these more often. See you next time.